gun-wielding madman has the entire city on edge.
He's committed a string of robberies.
You keep looking at me, I'll shoot you!
He's incredibly violent. He is on a power trip, and he's exceedingly dangerous.
It is imperative that we get this guy off the street.
We are chasing a ghost. And here he is, throwing it in our face. Look at me, I'm still out here. I'm still busy.
With the police chief and the press breathing down his neck, Lieutenant Joe Kenda's career is on the line.
All we can's not good enough. Now find this guy.
Reported shots fired.
If we don't turn this little bastard as quickly as we can, we're gonna start finding dead people.
Police, open up! Police!
I'm accustomed to pressure, particularly in homicide cases. What makes this one different, it's a crime that continues to be committed. So it's a different kind of pressure, but pressure was something I lived with every day. There's one thing that never changes: murder. A life has been taken. Their stories are now my stories. I'm Lieutenant Joe Kenda. I've solved nearly 400 homicides. Somebody has to take control. Somebody has to look out for the victim. I never know where a case is going to lead, but I'll never stop until it's solved.
It's midway through the graveyard shift at a 24-hour grocery store on the northern end of Colorado Springs.
Hey, Kendall, how are you?
At that time of the morning, what you were going to have is primarily people stocking shelves. There just aren't that many customers that are going to be there at 2 in the morning.
Is that the last of those?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
And like any store that's open for business all night, the registers are full of cash.
Around 2 a.m., a clerk by the name of Chad Sparling, who was inside the store working.
You gonna be able to get all these done tonight?
Yeah, I've just got these two.
Okay.
When he heard some loud voices.
You better open the register right now! Give me your keys, man! Hurry up!
When an individual acts that way,
What the is taking so long? Give me the money!
you don't know how upset, crazy, manic he is at the time. He's in there for a reason. He's there to rob. This is a dangerous individual.
Get the money and let's go! Come on! Who wanna die tonight? Crawl! I said crawl!
Instead of calling the police, he reacted by going to try to take the gun away from this individual.
Early the next morning, Lieutenant Joe Kenda is trying to get a head start on a mountain of tedious paperwork.
At that particular time, I was the commander of the Major Crimes Unit, which involved homicide, sexual assault, fugitives, and gangs.
Kenda,
Yeah, boss.
got a job for you. Armed robbery at a grocery store over on Nevada.
Robbery?
Yeah, patrol says suspect fired multiple shots.
Armed robbery doesn't normally fall under Kenda's detail.
We had armed robbery detectives in the headquarters building, but this case had a different dynamic to it. We had an active shooter in these places. The management was extremely concerned that this guy was exceptionally dangerous. It was explained to me by Deputy Chief of Investigations, we have one individual who they described as physically small. The witnesses put him at 5'4" to 5'6", very light build, 130, 140 pounds, wearing a ski mask, the standard method of concealment for an armed robber, carrying a handgun, and engaging in incredibly violent and threatening behavior, announcing he was going to start killing people, gathering up victims into groups, firing warning shots into the floor, doing all sorts of behavior that is very rare in the crime of armed robbery. Further, he liked grocery stores. Grocery stores generally carry a great deal of cash, either to make change, and also people buy their groceries with cash. So you are putting the housewives and children and employees of grocery stores at enormous risk if you don't find him and find him 10 minutes ago.
Each time the suspect gets more violent. That's why I want you handling this.
All right, I'm on it.
We were seen as the catch-all. If there was some major event going on, they wanted full focus on that particular offense, then I would be summoned to take over the case.
The reason major crimes got brought into this case was because it was so clearly about to get worse. This guy was growing more and more dangerous. It was really only a matter of time until he shot or killed somebody.
The spate of violence has the entire city in a panic.
It became something that was incredibly frightening. Everybody thought that this was really, really horrible. And the press, of course, continued that process by talking about it constantly.
Press is gonna have a field day with this.
The news media became extremely interested in this because of the fact that it was grocery stores being robbed, where young women and their babies go to buy groceries, where people buy groceries every day. Everybody has to eat. So they saw this as a major event. And when they saw the level of violence and the threats he was making and screaming at people and shooting and doing all the things he's doing, they believed, quite correctly, that he was an exceptionally dangerous criminal, which in my opinion he was. The headlines of gun-wielding maniac on the loose gets people pretty excited because you begin to believe that you, along with everybody else, is at risk from this individual. And in some ways, it's absolutely true.
Kenda begins his investigation by heading to the masked gunman's most recent target.
Hey, LT.
Hey, Drew. So where'd the shooting take place?
Over here, I'll show you.
Chad Sparling was lucky he didn't get himself killed. He didn't consider that at the time. I think he was probably angry that this guy would threaten him in the manner in which he did. And he instinctively reacted by assaulting this guy. He was lucky to survive it. He wasn't armed. This guy is, and he isn't. So he was fortunate not to get himself killed in the process of this. He didn't. But it further demonstrated this guy's willingness to use that gun. In a crime scene like a grocery store, first of all, the place is quite large. It's not confined like an apartment or a house or a motel room. So you have to be very cautious in looking at everything, but what you'd find is a bunch of display racks that get knocked over in the course of the struggle with him.
Despite the sprawling nature of the crime scene, the gunman left only one single piece of evidence.
Just found one shell casing.
It's a 380.
There was one bullet casing to a .38 automatic that had obviously been intended for Chad, but landed nearby. That did help because they at least knew what they were dealing with now.
Everybody on the ground, right now!
We've been interviewing witnesses. Do you want to speak with any of them?
What are they saying?
Not a lot of information. They're still pretty shook up.
Where are they?
Over here.
We re-interview employees and a few customers as well. This is hours after the event, and they are still so frightened they can barely speak.
No witness is more petrified than Scott Best.
Can you tell me what happened?
A man came in, he held a gun to my head. I thought he was gonna kill me.
To maintain that peak of emotion for that long is very rare. People get upset, of course they do, but then they start to calm down. After an hour or so, they have a cup of coffee, they relax. This isn't happening with these people. He has put the fear of God in them. What makes him so unusual, crimes committed by means of armed robbery are pretty simple stuff. Give me the money or I'm going to shoot you. Give me the money. If you don't give me the money, I'm going to start blasting, whatever. But it's a basic statement. It never goes beyond that. It's always just give me the money or else. Or else I'll use this gun I have. That's what it is. What's different is our man, in these cases, is making people crawl on the floor and beg for their lives. He's taken this another step. It's not just robbery, it's supremacy. Look at me, I am God. I have this gun and you don't. And I'm gonna make you beg me not to kill you. You have somebody behaving like this, it's absolutely psychotic. He's not just a property guy. He doesn't want just money. He's on a power trip, a mad power trip, which makes him really, really lethal.
Can you tell me anything about this guy?
The fact he has a ski mask is no big shock. You can't really see anything of the person's face. It covers their hair. So he is concealed as to his race, as to his age, as to anything about him except, of course, his physical size.
Is he taller or shorter than you?
He was shorter than me. He was definitely shorter.
People have great difficulty sometimes estimating height, estimating body weight. So one good way to approach a witness, you ask them, was this person bigger than you, the same as you, or smaller than you?
Yeah, from what everyone's saying, they got our shooter on the shorter side, about 5'4" to 5'6".
Yeah, that's been pretty consistent. You want to speak with Chad Sparling? He's the employee who rushed him and got shot at.
Yeah, where is he?
Right over here.
Chad? I'm Lieutenant Kenda. So I heard you made a run at this guy?
I just decided that I wasn't gonna let him get away with it. He was scaring everybody, and I thought that I could take him out.
No, that wasn't a good idea.
Yeah, I know.
His actions could be heroic, could also be very stupid, and could lead him to being seriously injured. We advocate in law enforcement that you become the best witness you can, as opposed to taking defensive action.
Armed robbers, generally, their greatest concern is control. That's why they tend to rob places that have a single clerk, that have only one person they have to confront. They're in a liquor store, they're in a gas station, they're in a convenience store. Generally, the clerk is a female and they're male. They feel comfortable. They don't feel as threatened. They only have one person to look at. They stay away from crowded businesses like, for example, grocery stores. Too many humans. You have clerks, you have customers, you have delivery men, you have stalkers. You get all kinds of people wandering around in a grocery store. And you're one individual with a gun. So it's very, very difficult to control or even see everybody that might be behind you or might be to the side where you can't view them and so on. So they tend to avoid those things. Our man doesn't care about that. Doesn't care about it at all.
You gotta understand, it was crazy, man. He was making all kinds of threats, waving his gun around.
Steve, crawl! You keep looking at me, I'll shoot you!
He's telling people to crawl. He's calling them every name you can think of. He's screaming, gesturing with his gun. He is absolutely out of control. And he wants to scare people, and it's working. It's not just robbery, it's supremacy. He's on a mad power trip, which makes him really, really lethal. We're gonna start finding dead people in these stores. We need to turn him, and we need to turn him right now. We're looking for someone who's committed a string of robberies. He's incredibly violent. He is on a power trip, and he's exceedingly dangerous. This case was given to me because management wanted resolution of this at once. Find this crazy son of a bitch before he kills people.
All right, I need to get everybody in here. Major crimes, robbery, everyone.
Yes, sir.
At the station, Lieutenant Kenda gathers his team and briefs them on the situation.
All right, listen up. We don't have a lot to go on.
Their first challenge is to discern the robber's pattern.
Now the problem is, Colorado Springs is a big city. There are a lot of grocery stores. Armed robbers tend to rob where they live. This guy is all over town, and he has no identifiable pattern.
He wears a ski mask, and he covers up so much that even the witnesses can't tell what race he is.
Given the fact he's concealing his identity, he probably has a history for armed robbery. I want this group of people to identify any person with a history of armed robbery who is currently out and about.
Lieutenant, we brought in some of the recent parolees if you want to have the witnesses look at them. Great, make sure you get some of the witnesses in here as soon as possible. Yes, sir.
You try any person who has been recently paroled, recently released from prison, who has a history of armed robbery or violence-related crimes. We've rounded up all these people, one suspect at a time.
You can bring them in.
We do physical lineups with our victim.
Even though the robber's face was hidden by a ski mask, Kenda is hoping witnesses may be able to identify him by his voice.
Number 1, step forward and state loudly, open the register and give me the cash.
We ask them to say what victims heard the perpetrator say. Say it in a loud voice to see if their voice is recognized, since they can't tell us what they look like.
Open the register and give me the cash.
Let's try that again with a little more feeling.
Open the register and give me the cash.
No.
No, that's not him. Number 2, same thing.
We're getting nowhere with it. And that's not him, that's not him, not him, not him.
No.
So it's the typical frustration of criminal investigation in general. You have all these potential guys, all of whom have a history of doing this behavior, and yet we're not getting to the guy that we want.
Open the register and give me the cash.
No, it's not that guy.
No.
It's not any of them.
You sure about that?
Yes.
All right, thank you. You can take them out. All right, thanks for coming in.
Disappointed, Kenda heads back to his office to regroup.
Let's get an address on him.
I get back to the office, everybody's all excited.
Lieutenant, we got something. What do you got?
They've identified a guy. Great. Who's this guy?
His name is David Stern. He's been recently paroled. He's been doing robberies in other states and here. And you're gonna love this part. He specializes in robbing grocery stores. Really?
Oh, boy. That could be exactly who we're looking for, and he's out of jail, so he is footloose and fancy-free out here in the city. Now the focus is him. Find David Stern.
We're trying to find an address for him right now. All right, good work.
It looked promising. Just released from prison, armed robbery. He appeared to be the guy.
But a little more digging by Kenda's detectives calls their new lead into question.
Hey, I found where our suspect David Stern's been residing.
Great, where's he at?
He's in jail.
He's in custody. He could not physically have been able to commit these offenses. He was identified and arrested again before the first grocery store robbery happened. He's not our guy. He can't be our guy. He is a similar guy, but he's not the guy.
Okay, so we know he's not been involved. Now what?
Here we are. My best lead just went up in smoke. Despite all the wheels spinning, despite all of the effort, we're no better off than we were the moment they said to me, Kenda, take this case. So you have a certain level of paranoia that gets built into that because you begin to believe that you, along with everybody else, is at risk from this individual.
Kenda decides his best chance to jumpstart the case is to reach out to street-level informants.
The street knows what's happening. They always do. Your best informants are criminals themselves. They pay attention to what's happening. They know things nobody knows because people talk to them. So myself and another detective were riding around the west side of Colorado Springs looking for an informant of ours.
But before Kenda can make contact,
Attention, all units.
his day takes an abrupt U-turn.
We have reports of shots fired at 2631 Bucrest Avenue.
Dispatch puts out a call for uniformed officers to respond to report of shots fired with screaming at an address on the near west side.
Let's go. 533 responding.
Kenda knows that if this is the gunman he's been searching for, bringing him to justice means putting his own life at risk.
Let's be ready when we get there. This could get ugly.
Hours later, on the other side of town, Kenda's wife, Kathy, is preparing dinner.
Joe, is that you?
Kathy worked part-time as a nurse then, and I thought she was working that day, but she wasn't.
Joe?
And I walk in the front door, and she's got her back to me.
Kathy? Kathy?
And I said, it's not my blood. I'm just here to change clothes.
Well, what happened?
Kenda explains that while he and a fellow officer were searching for an informant who might help them capture a serial armed robber,
Attention all units.
they received an emergency call from dispatch.
533 responding. Paul and I were out. We got a call of shots fired. We were in the neighborhood. We just happened to be the first to respond. Police, open up!
We kick the door. We go into this place. The noise is coming out of the kitchen. We go to the kitchen. Here is a man on his knees, in literally a puddle of blood the size of the kitchen floor, trying to find a gun. He has a gaping, traumatic gunshot wound to the face. He has no eyes, he has no nose. It's apparent to me that he's tried to kill himself and he flinched.
Kenda realizes this is not the armed robber he's been looking for, but it's still his duty to take control of this horrifying scene.
He shot himself. Let's go for his gun.
He's trying to find that gun to finish the job. So we tackle him. We're trying to control him and handcuff him.
Call paramedic.
Medical gets there, they wrap his head, and they head for an ER. We recovered the gun, and we look at each other, and we're soaked in blood head to foot, both of us. Aren't we a handsome couple? We've got to do something about this, and we're both in the same car. So I dropped him off at his car, and I headed for my house.
And that's what happened. I'm sorry I scared you. I just needed to come home and change suits. I gotta go change and get back to work.
She looks at me and said, you know, it's really interesting being married to you. Oh, I suppose it is. The police world is the police world. When you're on the street, even though you are focused on finding Mr. Crazy Armed Robber, you're still a policeman. Things still get in the way.
Kenda may have changed suits, but the pressure of capturing this armed robber remains high. So he returns to the station and plots his next course of action.
I was getting really nervous and angry, thinking, you know, this guy's gonna kill people. I know it. I can feel it. And what are you doing about it? What are you doing? You become very self-critical. What mistake did I make? What did I overlook?
Police still have no idea who's behind these robberies, and the public is asking what is taking them so long to make an arrest.
There is a level of frenzy in this case that is rare. The press beats the drumbeat of fear. They're all blaming us for this because we're not doing anything about this. Business dropped off. People were relying on what they had in their cupboards. They were afraid to go shopping. They had employees refusing to come to work. And the press, of course, continued talking about it constantly.
They're starting to stir the pot in the community about these robberies. They're establishing kind of a hysteria. So it becomes very difficult because of the press and the panic that it seems to cause in the community.
But the masked maniac is about to turn the pressure up another notch.
Miss Kenda, did You've got to be kidding me.
The call comes in, here we go again. He's done another store, this time on Rock Rimmon Boulevard, the extreme northwest of the city, nowhere near where he hit the last time. It's only been 48 hours since we took this case over, but I feel responsible for it because in the prior 48 hours, I haven't done anything about arresting him. It made me angry. There is no greater frustration than to have the kind of experience and training that I have, along with many of my fellow officers. And despite our Herculean effort on our part, we're unable to stop it.
Was anybody hurt?
He didn't shoot anybody this time, that's a good thing. Right. But he's still doing all the bull that he's done up to now. He's still doing it.
At the crime scene, a handful of traumatized witnesses tell a familiar tale about a crazed gunman in a black ski mask.
So can you tell me what happened?
It was scary as hell. He told us to throw the money in the bag or he'd kill all of us.
It's clearly the same guy. 5'4" to 5'6", ski mask, gloves. He's yelling at them, telling them to beg for their lives.
I'll shoot all you!
It's our guy. There's no question it's our guy.
Can anybody describe him?
All black, just covered in black.
Well, I appreciate the help. We're all set.
These witnesses, they can't tell us anything that's of any real value. He didn't touch anything in the place. There's no evidence to gather. He came, he saw, he robbed, he left. So once again, he's successful. You know what that means. He's not stopping. He's already planning the next one.
Hey, Chief.
We got a problem here.
No kidding.
I get back to the office. Deputy Chief is waiting. So what about this one? Chief, I'm sorry to tell you, there's nothing about this one. There's just nothing there, man.
If we don't change our tact, someone's gonna get killed.
Believe me, I know. I mean, we're doing all that we can.
All we can's not good enough. Now find this guy.
The pressure is ratcheting. We have a full-blown mystery in our hands, and you're in the business of unraveling mysteries. So, my boy, you need to get to unraveling. And that's what we're certainly trying to do with little or no success thus far.
With his back up against the wall, Kenda decides it's time to try a strategy of last resort.
Hey, Carol, it's Joe. I need to make some calls to the media outlets. We're gonna have a press conference.
We normally did not do press conferences, but this was different. So it became extremely important, in my view, to tell the public what we were doing.
Yes, I just wanted to let the public know we're using all the resources that we have to work on this case. Every one of my officers is making this their #1 priority. We will catch this guy soon, and we will bring him to justice. Thank you.
I made the case that we are doing our damnedest to resolve this. That came across loud and clear. So I think in many ways it helped to diffuse some of the anxiety and some of the overwhelming fear. People felt better. They were still afraid, but not as fearful as they were.
With the press conference concluded, Kenda returns to the streets in an effort to turn up a lead.
I was out checking surveillance teams. It's 3 o'clock in the morning.
Attention all units.
Radio call comes out.
Report of shots fired at King Super Grocery Store on West Unitah Street. At least one person is down with shots to the back.
Oh my God. Our little maniac has shot someone in the back. My heart dropped through my seat in my car. My greatest fear has just been realized. Shot in the back, no indication of condition. You hope to God he's not dead. You turn the wheel in that car, you put your foot to the floor, and you head for West Uinta, and all those thoughts are running through your head. Now what? Now what?
For exclusive footage, go to investigationdiscovery.com.
So here we are doing all this work. We have a fearful crime happening involving a very dangerous person. The public is terrified. The police department's put every resource at my disposal to find him. Our greatest fear is that he's going to continue and progress and hurt and kill people. And now I get the call that he shot someone in the back in one of these stores.
Lieutenant, has she been identified?
We've got all kinds of activities happening at this crime scene when I arrive. We have press there in large numbers. You have employees who are crying and terrified in the parking lot. You have tactical enforcement people there in full gear, ready to do whatever it is they have to do.
Miss, can you tell me what happened?
He just came out of nowhere. He started shouting at us and telling us to lie on the floor. He's gonna shoot us.
Do you need help with that?
Everybody on the ground right now! Right now! Get on the ground! I'll shoot all of y'all right now! Crawl! Crawl!
Then what happened?
Well, we all ran. It was total chaos. We didn't know what else to do.
What the are y'all doing? Get over here right now!
Paul Pfister was one of the employees held at gunpoint by the armed robber.
What went through my mind was that I'm not going to stand here and get shot. I decided to take off and run through the aisle. I felt a smack on my backside, and the adrenaline was flowing, so I just kept running. I was scared out of my mind. I was really terrified. I had gotten out of the end of the aisle and gotten upstairs where the offices were.
What happened to you?
I got shot!
Oh my God! Get in here!
I asked them to watch me.
Joe, let me pass out.
We'll let you. We got you.
So I did not go into shock. Slap me, hit me, whatever. Just do not let me fall asleep.
We've called the police. The police are on the way.
While Paul escaped from the robber, other employees met a different fate.
When he opens fire, one of the employees named Anthony Trujillo stands still.
Get up! Get up and open the register right now! I'm not a cashier, I don't know how. You better find somebody to open that register or you will die!
Tony, unfortunately, does not have keys to the cash register. He can't open it up. He doesn't have the clearance to do it.
The robber forces Tony to plead for a cashier to come help him.
Hurry up!
Hey, can I please get somebody up here to open the register?
Nerves are really high. People are frazzled. They don't know what to do.
There's no way.
I can't do anything else.
What the?
That's all I can do.
The cops are coming. Give me your wallet.
He heard sirens. He knows he's close to going down for this.
Hurry up! $10? Oh!
This is all the guy had in his pocket. It's a lot of trouble to go to wind up with $10, but it's not just about the money with him. It's about being in charge. It's about being the man everybody's afraid of. The money's, sure, he needs the money, but he needs the power more.
Stay down there, stay! Stay down, stay down! Keep your hands out!
Within minutes, the tactical team arrives.
They think the guy might still be in the business.
Everyone okay?
So they secure those people.
Stand up for me, please, and we're gonna walk towards the door.
They evacuate the store, they get the employees out. They get the wounded man to the hospital.
They searched this place thoroughly, assuming that if he did hear them coming, he may have gone somewhere in the storage areas. Back behind the grocery pallets that are in the rear of the store. They do not find him. He's not in there.
Hey, Lieutenant.
How you doing? Did you find any evidence?
Not much, just one shell casing.
380?
Yes, sir.
It's the same brand, the same head stamp as we found in the other scene.
The same markings as before. It's definitely our guy.
It's not a copycat. It's not somebody trying to act like him. It's him.
Where's the employee that got robbed? I want to talk to him.
He's out there with the rest of the employees.
Tony, the clerk that was manhandled by our suspect, has a very good chance of becoming our best witness. He's in close contact with the suspect. He has the longest contact with this individual during the course of the robbery.
Tony, you the guy that got robbed?
Yes.
Was this guy taller or shorter than you?
A little shorter, maybe 5'5", black guy.
What'd you say?
No, he was black, African American.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm positive. I saw his skin.
How'd you see his skin?
When he grabbed me,
His glove slipped down a little, and then I just saw he was black on his arm.
We had no idea his race before now. We're getting closer. We know the gun, we know the caliber, we know the manufacturer, now we know he's African American. Inch by inch, we're learning. We don't know enough, but we're learning. Learning is good for us, bad for him.
Kenda has his men search the perimeter of the store for any additional evidence the gunman may have dumped in his hurry to escape police.
He knows the police are close. What do people do when they think the police are close? They discard evidence that might link them to the offense. They start getting rid of things they don't want to be found with if the police arrive before they can physically get out of the area.
So they're looking for anything that could possibly be connected to this robber, to the stuff he wore, to the gun he shot, anything at all.
Time is of the essence in a circumstance like this, and we are at the moment the only hope the community has to put a stop to this. We're the only hope.
I know we're all tired, but we got to keep looking.
It's 3:30 in the morning at this point. But there are a substantial number of policemen in uniform and in plain clothes who are going to search this area physically with flashlights. Let's see what we can find.
Lieutenant, over here.
About an hour in to the search, one team yells jackpot.
What have you got?
Looks like our guy dumped a few things. Got a gun and a ski mask.
They're underneath the car that's parked on the street near the scene.
Fantastic.
I am now elated. After all this vague information, we have, for the first time, meaningful physical evidence. We are on a roll. It feels really good when that happens. It feels really good.
.380 caliber pistol. That matches our bullet casings.
This is the gun used by the suspect that we've been looking for days.
Nice.
What is it?
The serial number hasn't been removed. It's called ATF.
ATF can trace a weapon from the day of manufacture into the hands of the last lawful owner.
Shortly after returning to the station, Kenda gets a call back from the ATF.
Okay, I've got you on speakerphone. What do you got for us?
The gun belongs to an African American named Brian Andrews of Colorado Springs.
Brian Andrews purchased this weapon from a pawn shop in Colorado Springs some time ago, and that his name is on the firearms sales transaction record.
Okay, thank you. You want to run him through the system, see what we've got on him?
Will do.
I'm assuming that Brian Andrews is my guy. I don't know that he is, but he is the registered owner of the firearm used. We pull a record on Brian Andrews.
Brian Andrews has several charges against him.
However, no armed robberies.
Okay, well, maybe he's trying something new.
Well, the interesting thing is he just reported his gun stolen.
Really?
Well, my, Mr. Andrews, how convenient. The gun used in the commission of an attempted murder is suddenly been stolen from you, hours after this weapon was used in the commission of a crime. Brian is in this up to his neck. I know it. We're looking for an armed robber.
I'll shoot all of y'all right now!
Carrying a handgun and engaging in incredibly violent and threatening behavior.
Hurry up!
He's an African-American male in his 20s. Witnesses put him at 5'4" to 5'6", very light build, 130, 140 pounds.
Kenda and his team have also recovered a gun found at the scene of the most recent robbery and have traced it back to a convicted felon named Brian Andrews.
What's unique is Brian Andrews tried to report his weapon stolen after the robbery had occurred, after we'd recovered it. So Brian Andrews was contacted. He was brought in for the purpose of an interview.
Mr. Andrews, I'm Lieutenant Kenda. Got a few questions for you.
When I first meet Brian Andrews, he's 25 years old. He is African-American. That part matches. But this guy's built like he could play linebacker for the Dallas Cowboys. No one would describe him as 5'4" to 5'6" and slightly built. He's not the guy.
Even if Andrews isn't the gunman, Kenda senses he might be involved.
What can you tell me about a robbery of a grocery store?
The robbery?
You serious? Oh my God, man. Listen, I don't know anything about stealing money from any of these grocery stores. You all can just let me go now.
He is arrogant. He is evasive. He's all the things he should be because he's lying.
How is it we found your gun underneath a car near one of those crime scenes?
Somebody stole it from me. I was at some party somewhere. I set it down for like a minute. Somebody walked off with it.
Well, you know, Brian, it's the trouble with people. You just can't trust them, can you? People take things that doesn't belong to them. It's a shame, isn't it?
Brian, I got a form here that you filled out when you purchased that gun that you lied on. That's a big no-no.
On the firearm application, Brian denied having ever been charged with a crime, when in fact he had been arrested and convicted of a felony.
If you answer incorrectly, the assumption is you are lying intentionally, and the prosecution is an automatic 5 years in federal penitentiary and a $10,000 fine for falsifying a firearms transaction record when purchasing a gun.
I got an ATF agent right out in the hallway right now. I can bring him in, he can take over if you'd like.
He's gonna take you to a federal lockup in Denver, and you're gonna do a nickel in the joint. That piece of paper is gonna put your ass away.
So what do you think, Brian? Is your memory clearing up a little bit?
All right, man, I'll tell you. This is a friend of mine, Michael Brown. He's the guy you want.
Brian lays it out, tells us everything about Michael, and he comes out with it because he knows if he's cooperative, they may be helpful to him. State time is way better than federal time.
He was hitting the stores, and I was driving him. We've been sharing the money he got.
So he admits that he is, in fact, the driver. It was Michael Brown's idea. He wanted to commit these robberies, and Brian goes along with it. So they're all over town because they have a car.
Where's this Michael living?
I think he's with one of our friends on Harmony Drive.
Is he there now?
Yeah, as far as I know.
Thank you for your cooperation.
By the time we turn this information, it's late at night, which is kind of perfect for us, because he's probably sleeping, and his driver is in custody. So we put together a warrant for the address that Brian provides for one Michael Brown on a series of crimes.
At approximately 2 a.m., Kenda and his team descend on Michael Brown's apartment.
We have a warrant, but it's referred to as a high-risk warrant service. The principle in high-risk warrant service is overwhelming force. You bring enough people with you that strikes fear in people's hearts. You want to overcome anybody even considering going for a weapon.
Police! Police department, down, down, down!
We find him laying on the floor, this little dude laying there in a sleeping bag.
Get the hell up.
We crank a gun up his nose and say, well, Mr. Badass.
Go ahead and cuff him.
You're under arrest.
Hands on your back.
He's almost ready to piss his pants. He's almost ready to start crying.
Enjoy the scenery on your ride to the station. You aren't going to be seeing much of anything for a long time.
We charge him creatively, as we say. You charge every criminal offense he's committed individually and separately. It adds up to 62 felony counts.
It is my great pleasure to announce that we have made an arrest in the recent robberies of local grocery stores.
Morning after the arrest, we held a press conference. That was a fun one to do.
I want you to know that we intend to prosecute the suspect to the fullest extent of the law.
You could feel the pressure go out of the community.
Thank you, sir.
People were happy. They were no longer afraid. They were going to go shopping even if they didn't need to, just because they could. So it was a great feeling.
Lieutenant Kenda came to the hospital and saw me in intensive care and told me we caught him. That was great news, I tell you. That was great news.
There was a lot of relief when this party was taken into custody. The grocery stores and their management employees were very pleased. They were able to then go back to normal business and not have this great fear hanging over them.
The community is also spared a lengthy trial when Michael Brown agrees to plead guilty.
The judge sentenced him to 99 years of consecutive offenses, which means he'll never get out of jail.
For Kenda, it's a satisfactory ending to a case he will always remember.
It's the only time in my career I was ever able to prevent a death as opposed to dealing with the aftermath of one. We stopped something that was going to get totally out of control.